I want to bring in Kristen Gibbons-Fedden, a civil rights attorney, former prosecutor, and MSNBC legal analyst. Aaron Haynes is editor-at-large of The 19th and an MSNBC political contributor. Kristen, it's one thing for the president to issue an executive order eliminating DEI programs in the federal government. It's another entirely for state AGs to go after private companies for hiring decisions and initiatives. So tell us about the laws that are in place for these AGs to lean on if they do indeed want to pursue some kind of legal action.
AGs are actually relying upon here, because they're targeting financial institutions, is that they're accusing them of fiduciary duty breaches. And so basically they're saying that they are breaching their fiduciary duty to their shareholders by prioritizing DEI and really environmental social initiative policies over financial returns. However, quite frankly, in my view, this claim, this letter, the allegations therein really misinterpret fiduciary duties and really ignore the constitutional protections that DEI programs are designed to actually meet.
Well, in the last few minutes here, and we just learned that Target is joining McDonald's, Walmart, Meta, other companies that are rolling back, right, the DEI initiatives. On the flip side, I should say that 98% of Costco shareholders voted yesterday to reject a proposal that urged the company to evaluate the risks associated with their DEI programs. But again, that's more the exception as we're seeing it so far. So what is the corporate world up against in this new environment under Trump?
Yeah, I mean, just to go back to Kristen's point for a minute, I mean, you have these conservative state AGs that are now targeting these banks. Where were they prior to this executive order that the president issued this week about DEI? Were these laws not, were they not in violation before? Why are they just deciding to go after these banks now? And I think, a big part of the reason for it is because this executive order from President Trump could be a permission structure for a lot of the institutions and corporations that, quite frankly, were committed to the work of DEI. In recent years, we saw that, right? And so what will they do now in the wake of this executive order, in the wake of kind of the rhetoric and actions that we've seen from this president around this issue, both on the campaign trail and now that he has officially taken office? I think that this is definitely an important question. And I think that, the American people are also going to be asking where these institutions and corporations, what side they come down on as the president is looking to de-emphasize diversity, equity, and inclusion as an American value.
And Kristen, Jamie Dimon, who is, of course, the chairman and CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, was asked yesterday about his approach to DEI. Here's what he said.
We are going to continue to reach out to the Black community, the Hispanic community, the LGBT community, the veterans community. Wherever I go, red states, blue states, green states, mayors, governors, and they like what we do. Right. So we're not trying to pander to any which side or any which thing. Now, if you pointed out something that we're doing that's wrong, I'd change it at that point. And, and we will make modifications going forward. But we're very proud of what we've done. And what we've done is lift up cities, schools, states, hospitals, countries, companies, and we're going to do more of the same.
I mean, does it sound to you like he's trying to thread the needle? I mean, saying, of course, he's proud of his diversity initiatives, but also saying he's open to making changes. I don't know. What is the legal advice that you could give to a CEO who wants to embrace diversity, but is frankly feeling the squeeze?
I really think from a constitutional standpoint, I think that DEI and, environmental social initiatives, if there's any trying to push them away, it's going to really have significant hurdles if it's challenged in court, because the Constitution, specifically the Civil Rights Act of 1964, really provides, all of our laws provides strong protections against discrimination. And when you're looking at DEI and ESG programs, when you're looking at it beyond the rhetoric and beyond the narrative, these programs were actually created to address the very systemic inequalities that the Civil Rights Act sought to eliminate. So from a civil rights perspective, these programs, they don't just comply with the constitutional rights, but they advance its core principles when you're looking at it from equality and fairness standpoints. I think the First Amendment also plays a role here because private companies do have a right to express their values and implement policies that reflect reflect those values, right? Including DEI and environmental and social initiatives. And I think that's really important. The other thing that I think is really important here too is that we're dealing with companies that have international reaches, right? And so while this executive order may have some rhetoric and narrative with regard to how companies should act in the United States, but if they have consumers from an international standpoint and other countries are actually demanding or even mandating certain environmental perspectives as well as DEI efforts, they're going to have major challenges. So I think that one of the things they have to really be mindful of is looking at their consumer base, but also just being mindful that these, as Erin pointed out, these initiatives existed in the past. They were they survived constitutional challenges in the past, and they should survive constitutional challenges in the future.